What's going on, everyone? Aaron here at Clean Cuts Lawn Care. It's the same day I posted a video kind of doing a Ballard Blades update and a customer who didn't pay update. So it's still raining. Actually just stopped. It's still drizzling, but it's just still really wet. So mowing will resume tomorrow. It's funny, like, you know, you get burnt out and tired and you're like, man, I need a day off. I can't wait to get a day off. And then something happens that you get a day off and you're like, oh, I just want to be out there mowing and, you know, doing my thing. But what I wanted to make a video about this morning, I just did that update. And the real thing I wanted to talk about was kind of the fact that we have hit a plateau. And what I mean, this is our mowing schedule. All right, there's no personal information of anyone on this board. And there's 52 properties on this board with 50 customers because 2 people have 2 properties. So as far as being solo goes, that's it, right? I can't add any more. There's just not enough time in the week, you know, without working literally 7 days a week and, you know, always playing catch up, right? And then if I did that, we wouldn't have time for any kind of landscape jobs or, you know, property trimming jobs or anything. So my question kind of is that I'm asking myself, do we just stay at the plateau or do we hire? And I'm not talking about necessarily hire right now. You know, we're already going into what tomorrow or the next day will be in September. So we probably have a good 4 or 5 weeks of regular mowing, and then obviously it'll switch to bi-weekly, and you know, we'll be in fall cleanup, and then we'll be in winter, and we'll be doing snow removal. I'm expected to have a lot of those going into next year, and whatever we do lose will quickly be replaced. But again, I can't really go past that. You know, we can't. The only way we can continue to grow and continue to add is if we hire. All right, now I'm not a fan of it. I don't want the company's success to rely on people, you know, because you just see so many bad situations with hiring people. But that's anywhere, I guess, right? So very soon we're going to be buying a different a house. Not actually really a house. We want to buy a mobile home. We don't need a big house. All our kids are grown now, right? They're gone, and that's why we actually rented an apartment, because we didn't need a big house. So we want to purchase a mobile home, and Vicky's been at her job like 13 going on 14 years. She has the better credit, so we want to make sure she stays there until we at least purchase that. Just for, you know, for like the application, you know, whatever. But I don't want her to, once she does quit, I don't want her to be working full time. You know, I definitely want her to be taking over phone calls, the schedule, billing. She already does our marketing, but, you know, she can come out and work whenever she wants, but I definitely want her big focus to be on that. So going into next year, you know, that's what I'm thinking. Am I going to have to go ahead and hire someone? And at the same time, besides mowing, am I going to be able to bring in enough work to keep this person busy and keep the company profitable? Which I'm pretty sure we would be able to do that. My son's interested in coming into the business. Like I said, he's in college, but again, he's in college, and we want him to finish college before, you know, really committing to something like that, because he's actually shown interest in taking being in the business full time and staying at the course until where he could one day have it. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, I'm kind of caught in the dilemma of what to do with that going into next year. Even kind of coming up on fall cleanups. We already have a ton of cleanups lined up from our existing mowing customers. Probably 90% of last year's cleanups we will have, and then all the ones that are going to come in this year. And that's a ton of work for just one person to do. Vicky would be able to help me, you know, here and there with it, but again, she's at work. So in order to continue to grow, I don't see another way other than to hire someone eventually, probably next year. You know, this year, you know, even the fall cleanups, I'll get through it, and snow removal and everything. But you know, it's kind of weird because my initial thought about the company, it wasn't to be big. It still isn't. I just wanted to work for myself and make a good living and provide for us without working for someone, without them telling me or allowing me how, you know, a certain amount of money that I'm going to make. Yeah, we're going to pay you this much per hour. We're going to tell you how many hours you can work and how many months out of the year you can work. I was done with that. But now that we're in the position that we're in, and I see the potential for the business, I guess your mindset changes. You kind of see where you started to where you are to where you can go. And that's when, you know, these decisions are coming up that have to be made. I definitely don't want to be to where I'm like, oh, I can have a second crew out there. Not right now. It's more of just someone being with me full time for the mowing, and for landscape jobs, you know, just throughout the year, you know, because we are gonna, next year, we did a lot of landscape jobs this year and some last year, but we're really gonna be focusing on landscaping next year. We're gonna boost up the prices on it and try to really line up a lot of landscaping jobs because that's where the bigger money is. You know, mowing is our weekly income, but the money is in the landscape jobs, and it's pretty easy to see that. We seen it last year in our first year, even though we were only running the company on the weekends. And then this year, looking at all the landscape jobs we did, the money was really good, and there was a lot of room to raise them prices even higher, or, you know, and to charge more for certain things we were doing. Like I know I need to charge more just for debris removal. You know, we charge $110 per yard for mulch, and then for bed prep, I was just kind of eyeing it. Then I said, you know what? No, we're going to charge $110 per yard of bed prep as well. And the first job I did that on, I mean, the difference in money was pretty big. But also, you know, we're hauling out all this debris, and I'm not charging adequately for it, you know, for my time, for the gas, for anything, the dump fees itself. So there's a lot of room there to up them prices. And fall cleanup, we do really well for fall cleanup. I am charging if there is an additional load. So the price is going to already come with one load of debris, because we charge 8 times the mowing fee. Even if it's not a customer that we mow for, I basically look at it. I know what I would charge to mow it, and we charge 8 times that amount to do the fall cleanup, and that's one load of debris. But this year, because this year we're going to have more room. You know, we have the pickup trucks where we have the bed, as opposed to last year where we only had the trailer. So this year, there's going to be an additional $75 fee per trailer after the first one. But we do really well in fall cleanups, and we're going to do really well this year in it. But, yeah, you know, we are definitely at a plateau right now. And the way I look at it, like, I can make small adjustments to maximize the profits a little bit, right? So here, I'll show you, for example, this one here. That's a $70 property, okay, and I'm there for about an hour. No, it's this one, I'm sorry. I'm there for about an hour. And I think what I could do is, if I could get 3 of the $35 lawns that are right there in a row, like really close, right? Which our route is really close. Okay, my camera died. So anyway, yes, you have that yard that takes about an hour and it's a $70 yard. Now, if you had 3 yards, again, I was saying our route start to finish is pretty tight. But yeah, if you had 3 new yards very close to one another at $35, and it would take roughly the same amount of time it takes to cut that to do these 3, then that 70 would go up to 105. And in that area where that one's at, there's a little bit more travel time. So you would save a little bit on travel time, take that 70 to 105, and you would basically increase your profits and lose a little travel time. But it's not like you can just go pick 3 houses and say, hey, from now on I'm cutting your grass, and you know, so it takes a little work to do that. You know, maybe flyers, maybe knocking on doors. But that's one thing, one option I have in mind, is to do it that way. And we have quite a few that I'd like to replace like that. This one. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Anything else? These 2, yeah. And this one and this one are, they're being flipped, so we're not going to have them too long anyway. So, you know, there's a good 7 or 8 properties that I would like to be able to do that same thing with. Get at least, you know, because a lot of those are $50 properties, but I could do 2 smaller for $35 than I can at the same time for $50. So you could take that $50 up to $70 in a little bit of a closer area for the same time. So yeah, there are certain moves I can make to keep the same amount of time but increase profits. But overall, in order to really continue to grow, obviously we would have to hire. So let me know what you guys think. You know, there's a lot of, man, I can't figure out how to get my subscriber list on YouTube, because I want to, like, you know, throw some shout outs and say thank you. There's a lot of channels that it's like we all watch each other's videos and we all leave comments, and it's always like positive things and, you know, encouraging. So you guys all know who you are. Thank you. And I'll continue to do the same for your channels. So, alright, if you liked the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know everything I'm doing wrong, and keep them edges clean, boys. I'm out.